Hi, everybody. I'm Mike Miller, and this is Mike Miller Talks Life. The quote for the day is "Worry is a big fat waste of time." The pandemic we are all currently going through has brought a whole new set of worries for us to freak out about. What if I get sick? That's been my worry. What if I can't get the food I need? Or what if we run out of the life's basics, can't get them anywhere? What if I can't find a mask? What if my mask doesn't work? What if we have to stay in lockdown longer than we thought? A lot of things to worry about. But worry is not new. It's not like the pandemic has introduced worry with everything else it's brought into our lives. Worry is part of being a human being. And the problem is, worry causes more harm than good. It causes health problems. It causes greater anxiety, headaches, high blood pressure, ulcers, respiratory problems. Just a simple worrying is just doing a number on us. Worry drains us of energy. The Latin word for worry means to choke or strangle, and it just sort of chokes the life out of us, draining us of any energy. It's in the family of the fight or flight syndrome that we all have experienced. We feel a threat, and our body begins to gear up. Organs are producing more than normal. Other organs are slowing down a little bit, so other organs can do more to help us gear up for what's the threat, and so we can handle it. And then when the threat's over, our body begins to slow down, cut down, go back to normal, and it's very physically draining. Worry is doing the same thing. It's causing our body to gear up for something. And we're exhausted, worn out. It prevents us from enjoying life. There are many fun things in life. But if we're a worrier, we will worry the joy right out of every fun experience. And we'll miss out on fun activities, fun family time, because we're always worrying. The point is that worry is a big fat waste of time. Not one of your problems has ever been solved by worry. Worry is not at all productive. And the only way to break the damage of worry is to start taking some actions to move our life to a new place where we're less interested in worry. And it'll give us a chance maybe to break the habit. I have 5 of these. And the first one is resign. Worry, at its core, is about control. We think we are in charge, and we think we're in control of everything in our life, and we're not. The pandemic, as many have pointed out, has shown us how little control we really have. And so we're trying to control our life, and we can't. We can't control the things that happen in our life, and it causes us to worry and fret all the time. It might be a good, helpful activity to list all the things that you're worried about, and then just write, "I resign," across the list. I resign. I can't carry these anymore. I can't be responsible for all of this anymore. It's wearing me out. So I resign the job of being in charge of my life. Number 2, learn the difference between concern and worry. Concern is a mental activity that focuses on a problem with the view of taking action to solve it. I have a test coming up next week. Feel a little concerned. The action would be to study for the test so that you can walk in ready. I have bills coming. I have to deal with those. The action would be, I don't want to let those get past me and become delinquent, so pay them. I mean, worries can be about more serious things, but it doesn't matter. It starts with this idea of concern, and that produces action, prompts action. Do something about this. Worry feels the same as concern, but worry is unproductive mental activity. It keeps thoughts revolving endlessly in your mind, creating stress and anxiety, but doing nothing about the problem. I think it would be a good idea to catch ourselves, if we can, at the very beginning of when it's concern, and do something. If there's nothing that you can do about it, you're going to have to let go and trust that you'll be ready to handle if that in fact does happen. These are hard, I know, simple, but sometimes they're going to be like you're thinking, oh my gosh, I can't. You can do this. Number 3 is start a personal exercise and health program. All doctors, all physical therapists, counselors, fitness people, and athletes all agree that there are great positive benefits to exercise and a healthy diet. This is hard because I'm not much for exercise, and my family will agree. But I'm realizing more and more on those times when I take the time to begin to do some exercise, do the things that I'm capable of doing, there are positive feelings that come from it. Well, you're tired also, but you feel better. And I really recommend this. And I know we're in lockdown, but there are many, many people who lead exercise programs on YouTube. And you can find one that matches you, where you are, your age group. And I think just pick it and start doing it a few days a week. And you will be surprised at how good you feel, physically and emotionally. You will feel better. When you're having a bad day with worry, take a brisk walk. Or do your exercises. You have to make yourself choose it. And it's kind of hard. But you just got to get up and do it. And you'll find that negative cycle of worry is pushed away. Number 4, change your focus. What's your life focused on? What do you do? What's your life about? These are important questions because whatever your life is focused on, that's what shapes your life and draws your life, directs your life, pulls it in that direction. And so it's very important to think about, what is your life about? And if you're spending all your time just living day to day in this lockdown, a great amount of time worrying and fretting and all this, then that's not a healthy focus. I think it'd be good to try to tweak it a little bit. And it doesn't take a lot to tweak it. It starts with I have a few simple things here. I would start reading. Try to read some. And you might say, well, I'm not a reader. Listen to the book. I mean, if you can get into Kindle or get a book downloaded on your phone, just listen to it. If you're not a reader, it'll still capture you. And there's so many great books out there to read, great novels, great biographies, autobiographies, great nonfiction works that are just fascinating. I would recommend trying to learn something new. Maybe learn a musical instrument. The harmonica is fun, fairly easy to learn basic songs. Ukulele is very fun and very popular. It's just a fun sounding instrument, and if you learn 3 basic chords, you can play a lot of music and have fun at it. And you can learn these things on YouTube. Learn to garden, plant a few things, and learn how to nurture them and watch them grow. It'll give you a sense of accomplishment. Maybe learn a craft. Just start taking photos on your iPhone and use the built-in program on your phone to edit them. And you'll be just excited. You'll be showing people, oh, I did this. When you do these 2 things, start reading a little bit or learn something new, when you talk to people, your conversations will be so different because you'll have a new thing you're talking about. I read a book. I was listening to this book on tape the other day or on my headphone or whatever, and I learned, or hey, I picked up, I'm trying to learn conversational Spanish, and it's been really kind of fun, and it changes everything. Maybe you could just help somebody. Sometimes the very act of helping another person in a relatively small way has great therapeutic value. It really gives you a lift because you're taking your eyes off yourself and putting them on someone else. And that's always a good thing. Last thing, develop the spiritual part of your life. Doctors, counselors, psychologists, faith leaders all agree. When you begin to develop the spiritual part of your life, there will be positive changes. Faith will play a vital role in your life and help. We need something outside of us that we believe in. We need something greater than ourselves that we trust in. We need something that is real and vital in our life, that produces a real, genuine life experience that is spiritual, and it lifts us. There are many faith expressions in our world, and we get to pick what we like, and we get to pick what we want. I think it's good to remember that faith is not the goal. Faith really is something that can't stand alone. It needs an object, and faith is only as good as its object. And that's why I think it's wise to pick carefully. Pick something that you're going to put your faith in that can really support you. Not something that's temporary. Not something that could be fleeting, but something that's solid, stable. An example from my life. I am a follower of Jesus Christ, and that has made and continues to make major differences in my life. The more I focus on my life leader, Jesus Christ, through scripture, through prayer, through trying to live out his teachings in my daily life and try to become more like him, have really pushed aside the things I worry about. I believe that he died, was buried, and rose 3 days later, and the results of that have been a tremendous source of blessings to me. And I don't like to fight about my faith. I don't argue about my faith. I just try to consistently live it, grow in it, and it's powerful. The impact has been wonderful. And I can't stress that spiritual part of your life enough, because I think it makes more of a difference than we realize. Well, worry is a habit, and it's a hard habit to break, and it's a big fat waste of time. I hope today's Life Talks has given you something to think about, to chew on, and maybe something that will help you. And if you like this, I hope you click like. Maybe you might want to subscribe. And until next time, next Tuesday, I hope you have some days where you worry less. Thank you.